Empress D in Nature family, greetings. I hope everyone is actually getting out in nature. This is so peaceful and serene. I'm hearing the birds sing, I'm hearing the water, beautiful scenery of the trees, the sun. Oh, looky here. Yeah. That's what's up, family. This is our existence. But anyway, I thought today that I would speak about what I've learned about humanity and human beings over the last 5 years. And it's been so much. I've just been really still and been able to just sit back and observe and just watch. And the way that my brain works is it recognizes patterns. So there's patterns of behavior, and these are the things that I've recognized about human beings over the last 5 years. So number one, most human beings will put money, themselves, and their status above everything else, and in that order. I honestly believe that most humans put money over themselves, let alone others. And so they value money over themselves. And I'm not gonna sit here and bash humanity for being that way, because we live in societies where it is crucial that you have money in order to survive or to be comfortable. At the very least, you have to have a significant amount of money in these societies to be comfortable. And so you need it, and they make everybody yearn after it, right? Because everybody equates that increase in money and comfort, right? So and so from very young, we're programmed to seek it and value it and hold it and hoard it, and it's just something that we end up placing more value over than ourselves. And that's one thing that I learned about humanity over the last 5 years. Another thing I learned is that, in a nutshell, most humans would rather be told a sweet lie than the bitter truth. So therefore, most humans would rather live in a fantasy land, create a fantasy land, and live in that, as opposed to live in a reality that might be difficult, more painful, more challenging. That's what I learned about humanity. And I've also learned that human beings like to occupy their time and their minds and their selves to avoid from self-reflection. It's just a universal thing. Humans do it, And so those are three major things that I've kind of sat back and observed in humanity over the last 5 years. And I know, who makes me whatever authority? Nobody. But not a lot of people had the time. Like I've been sidelined from my work, right? So although I've been engaging heavily in self-advocacy, which is a lot of work, I have a lot of downtime, right? And I come out in nature and I think, right? And I have time to kind of reflect and I see patterns in people, right? And so, and I think if you guys take time to think about it, you will likely agree with me. We exhibit these patterns, and they manifested globally in most of us over the last 5 years, right? And yeah, so I think we're gonna leave it at that, family. I'm doing a lot of self-reflecting. I do it all the time. I encourage you guys to do the same, because that's how we grow, right? When we reflect on ourselves and our choices and our outcomes, we celebrate our wins, and we reflect on our losses and make changes to make those losses into wins, right? That's just what it is. That's what it should be. And that's how we can be better every day. But I guess the first step is to be able to sit in that discomfort of saying, man, I messed up in this, or oh man, I'm not so good at that, right? But that's a discomfort that you can change by becoming better at whatever it is the issue is. Anyway, that's what's up. Thank you for taking the time to listen, family. I love and I value each and every one of you. One love.